What I want to talk about today is something that we do here at the farm that a lot of people have questions about, and it's a very nice way to control and handle your horse while you're out in the field. This is what I call the Cavalry knot. If you look right here, we ride our horses with a little string halter under their bridle, and the purpose for that is while we're out in the woods, or if we're out somewhere on the farm or ranch and we have to get off our horse, we don't want to tie him with our reins. We don't want to lead our horse with his reins. We want to try to avoid that. We want to secure this mouth. His bit area is a sacred place. So if I'm on his back and when I give him signal with my hands, it needs to mean something. But if I get on the ground and grab his reins, that means something different. So what we do here is we practice traditional horsemanship like in the cavalry style, say 150 years ago. And any cavalry pictures you see from a long time ago, they always had a knot tied like this. And they had like a leather halter they would use underneath their bridle. And the purpose for that was when you're in the cavalry and whatever you're encountering that day, whether it be a battle or a march or whatever, you got to get on and off your horse. You have to tie him up. You got to get back on. So you're just not riding in an arena in circles. I mean, you're actually out using your horse. So what the cavalry would do is when you get off your horse, you can grab your rope right here and you can hold him and control him. Okay? I can take this rope and I can thread it off his head, like this, his neck. I can put that rope through my arm like this. I can mount my rifle and I can shoot. Say if I were out and I needed to drive a fence staple with a hammer, I could go like that and work. If I were out working with the cattle or in the pens working with cows, I could take my horse like this and I could lead him around with this looped over my shoulder like that. Another thing they would do is you could take this rope and undo it, and I could go catch multiple horses by threading this through. And so in theory, I could go out and catch 6 or 8 horses on a battlefield with this and lead them all away from the area. One man can handle 6 or 8 horses at one time. So another purpose for this is when you're riding, say if you're riding in rugged terrain and you're jumping or going up steep hills, you can reach down here and you can grab this rope with your hands. Hold your reins in your hands and you can hold this rope as security. So you're not pulling on the horse's mouth and you're not pulling on the saddle horn and putting all the pressure on his girth. You're diverting some of your pressure and balance to his neck. So say if you're going up a steep hill or going across a rugged ravine or something, or jumping, you can hold this rope like this. Like a lot of times they'll get folks will get a stirrup strap wrapped around their horse's neck for young students to learn how to ride, to take the brace off the horse's mouth, when people don't have completely trained hands yet. So that works really good. So now this horseman's rope that I have is 12 foot 6 inches long. It's Arbor's rope, and it's very, very nice, and it works very well. I carry it with me everywhere. And a lot of times what we'll do is we'll take this rope off and we can stow it on our saddle ring. And I'll show you how to do that in another video maybe. But here, I like this because my horse can get lateral flexion. He can put his head down and eat. I can get off, I can control my horse like this and lead him. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to tie it. So to untie it, I just pull loose, pull this like this. Okay, there's our rope. So to tie this, I'm going to come around like this. pull about that much around his neck. So I'm gonna go over on this side, come around this side. Now I'm gonna switch directions because I have to have the right angle to do this. I'm gonna reach underneath and kind of make an S out of that loop right there. And then I'm gonna bring the tail, and I'm gonna wrap it just like this. What's nice about this is this will not cinch up on a horse's neck, so he can't get choked. Where if this thing drew up like a slip knot, and if he got caught or something, it could choke him. Well, see this, when you pull this back, this cannot cinch up like a noose, okay? So he can ride like that, and so if he got caught in something here, that's not going to string up and choke him, okay? So that's the cavalry knot, and you want it to ride just like with a little loop in it. If you get it too loose, when you canter, it'll flop around like that. So just like this right there. It's a 12-foot, 6-inch rope, perfect length. Now to untie it, just come like this again. Pull back on this. Like that. And that's the cavalry knot.